Are you stuck? That is what we're going to be talking about today. And I hope you are joining me live. And if you are not, and you're joining me on the replay, please just put replay in the comment section so I know you were here. So, are you stuck? It is spring. It is officially spring most places in the world. And spring is a time of renewal and growth and movement. Things are starting to grow and sprout out of the ground, unless you live in the frozen north like I do. It just snowed last night, and we have about an inch, about that much snow. Now it's going to melt during the day over the next couple of days. It'll all be gone. I have faith. It is spring here, but spring is up and down, up and down. It's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold. And it just progressively gets warmer, but the cold still happens. So we're not talking about spring, we're talking about being stuck. So I'm going to give you a couple of, 8 actually, 8 things to consider about being stuck. So first, number 1 is, are you dulled by your routine? Are you kind of ho-hum about life? Are you not getting excited about anything? That's a sure sign you're stuck. Or number 2, how about surrendering? You've just accepted that this is the way it is and nothing really brings you joy. 1 and 2 kind of go together. Surrendering and dulled by your routine. Number 3, are you stuck in your comfort zone? Are you unable to move past what you do in order to do something new? That's a really good indication that you are stuck. If you don't take risks, if you shy away from anything that is different than what you're already doing, even the smallest risk can help get you unstuck. And by risk, I'm not saying jumping off a cliff or skydiving or driving a fancy race car. I'm talking about something that makes you uncomfortable. Number 4, taking things for granted. Do you have gratitude in your life? Do you have the sense of feeling really joyful or really happy that you are here, that you have what you have, that you have the partner that you have the place that you live in, even if it's not exactly what you want? Do you have gratitude? Or are you taking things for granted? If you're taking things for granted, that's a sure sign you're stuck. How about excuses? Now, really, none of us would know anything about that, would we? We don't ever make excuses. And of course, I'm just being funny here. Excuses would be, oh, no, I'm too tired to do that. Oh, I'm too old to do that. Oh, I'm not strong enough to do that. I could never do that. I'm not built for that. That would interfere with my sleep, or I would miss my favorite TV show. Excuses are a sure sign you are stuck. Number 6, is your ego getting in the way? And what I mean by that is, are you saying either to other people or to yourself, oh, I could never do that, or I'm above that, I would never take that on? Or maybe your ego is saying that you're not good enough to even try for something like that. The ego is a tricky thing. Ego does not just tell you that you're great. Our egos actually can tell us that we're not. so that it keeps us safe, so that it keeps us in check, so that that part of us that doesn't like to take risks stays in control. So is your ego rearing its ugly head? And are you sometimes getting upset when someone suggests something new? That's actually a good sign that you're stuck. How about number 7, which is stuck in the past? Are you reliving your glory days? Are you spending lots of time thinking about things that have happened previously and not thinking about things you could be doing now? If you're thinking about your glory days, if you're thinking about the past more than you're thinking about the present or the future, you're stuck. It's that simple. Being stuck in the past is being stuck. If you are living in the past, if you are thinking more about the past than you are about the present or the future, you are not here right now. You are in the past, and that is no place to be because you sure can't move forward being in the past. Think of that plant that's sitting just under the grass, that root that's or sitting just under the snow, just under the ground. It's just waiting for things to get warm enough for it to pop its head out, pop out that first little leaf of green, and it's going to grow into a big, luscious plant. What if that plant said, oh, you know what? It's not warm enough for me yet. Or there might be another snow, so I can't come out. I mean, crocuses are the first things that usually pop up here in the spring. What would life be like if we didn't have those crocuses popping up in amongst the little tufts of snow that we still have left? Even though it's still cold, those little crocuses, they still pop up. And what if those little crocuses said, oh no, I remember last year I got really, really cold. I don't want to do this. That's living in the past. Those little crocuses, they don't have the thought patterns we have as humans. But think about what living in the past is stopping you from doing now or in the future. That's being stuck. Or burnout. What if you've done so much already that you're just exhausted and you cannot find the energy to move forward? Again, being stuck. So I promised at the beginning, or maybe it was in the description of my talk, that I was going to tell you a few things of how you get unstuck. The first thing to help get unstuck is realize that you are stuck because you are choosing to be there. Maybe not consciously, but being stuck is something that you can overcome. So if you can overcome it and you're not, then you're choosing it. So the first thing to getting unstuck is recognizing that's where you are. Recognize that you're stuck in that rut. Recognize that you're not taking risks. Recognize that you're taking things for granted. Recognize that you're being dulled by your routine. Recognize that you're making excuses. Once you recognize it, once you acknowledge it, it's so much easier to move past. You are halfway there. Next, what I want you to do is take that little risk. Just a little one. Doesn't have to be really big. Take that little risk. Once you take that little risk, you will be more willing to take those big ones. One little risk a day. Just one little risk. Take a different route home. Pick up that book that you've been thinking about reading. Sign up for that course that you've thought for 3 years about taking. One little risk every day. And pretty soon your momentum will start carrying you forward. And lastly, if you are so stuck with burnout or being stuck in your past and you just cannot get past it, Ask for help. There's all kinds of help out there. And that is one of the things I do. I help people get unstuck by using the emotional freedom technique. So if you would like to know more about what I do and how I do it, I would be happy to oblige. You can go to my website, www.everchanginglife.ca. You can make a comment in the comment section. I can reach out to you through there as well. Now, if you are stuck and you're watching this, put in the comment section how, if you are stuck, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I'm not stuck. I'm moving forward. I just sometimes veer off the path. So if you are stuck, put in the comment section how you are stuck, if you recognize that you are stuck, because it helps other people to hear others' stories. When we hear others' stories, we then go, oh, well, I'm not the only one. So it really does help when we share these things. If you are not stuck and have been, you can also put that in the comment section as to how you got unstuck. What did you do? What was that one thing that helped push you forward? Because again, that's extremely helpful to people who just don't know where the next step is. I'm so grateful you signed in today to come watch me, and please check out my other videos. If you don't know who I am Sandra with Ever Changing Life. You can reach me through my website, www.everchanginglife.ca. I am here every Tuesday about 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I hope to see you then. In the meantime, please have the best week you can and move forward. Make a move to get unstuck. I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me.